Still no surprises here just yet. Probably a wrench in the plans will come from a ban if it stops what we've seen previously. Trying to look at when the last time IG took back-to-back series against Vici was, and
5 seconds remaining.
they won a best of 5, it looks like, or 1, 2. They reverse sweeped Vici on a best of 5 back in 2017. I think here we go. So the Kiev Major into the Manila Masters was the last time IG took back-to-back series against Vici, and that was March 14th, 2017 at the Kiev Major, and then March 18th, 2017 at the Manila Masters. And that, I believe, is completely different rosters, but that was the last time it happened. So certainly a streak to break. So they banned the Shadow Demon, they banned the Void. Probably don't want to go to the Void this time for IG, so they'll just ban it out. We could still see the Ogre. I think, you know, the Ogre does work with this draft, but there's still Lich available. So I think one of these teams is going to take this Lich. It just feels like such a strong support at the moment. Phoenix will go with the Mars. They could probably set up a Lich here with you know, a one position from Vici. We'll see what that ends up being, but they might just go back to the Ogre. Gotta remember you still have that Huskar available. If either team wants to jump on that. And they go to the Ogre. So, same draft so far from Vici. Which might lean towards Monkey King again. No Chronosphere to worry about this time. Certainly changes the game. I don't know if they go back to the Invoker here for Emo without the Void. I feel like their synergy was very well felt in that first game. We'll see if IG want to change the game plan here. We could see them go into the Lich as well. Good team fight. Maybe a Snapfire comes in. We see a lot of 5-position Snapfires when Mars is on the other team. So in terms of a 5 spot, especially without that Shadow Demon, we could see yeah, the Snapfire or the Lich, and they go to the Silencer. So they want the Global Silence out, which I think, did Vici play that in their series against IG?
10 seconds remaining.
They
5 seconds remaining.
did not. It was played yesterday, I believe. Yeah, it was played by Sirius yesterday with Mars, Alina, Troll, Shadow Fiend. It didn't exactly work. So could see, yeah, there's the Monkey King that we were talking about earlier. This draft's still pretty similar here for Vici. We'll see if they go back to the Morphling. I'm trying to think, you know, do IG maybe want the Slark here for Fly? It's one of his better heroes, if not one of his best heroes. They could take the Morphling as well. So we'll see what IG want. They still need their mid. They still need their safe laner. Unless, and I don't think it's going to happen unless they move that silencer to the mid, but I doubt that's the case. Again, Morphling's still available. And when we take a look at one position's still free, Slark's on that list. That's very good play by Fly. Ricky is still there, if they want to go that direction.
Vici Gaming's turn to bet Lena.
So they go to the Lena. Bring in this mid Lena, which they did play recently. And that was in the one game that they did lose to Vici. But that was a Vici lineup that did have the Phoenix as well as the Faceless Void. They went with the Legion Commander, Lich, and Puck. There's no Puck available.
5 seconds remaining.
There's no Void available. The only thing that would be similar is the Phoenix. And that was a walkover from Vici when they played against that IG lineup. That first game ended in under 30 minutes. That was Morphling, Sand King, Lena, Ogre, Snapfire, and even with that lockdown and as well as that burst damage coming through, they weren't able to take that game off of Vici.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
So TA gets banned. We'll see what the last pick is here for IG. What was the... I think it was a Slark that we were seeing with Lena from IG. But they go Weaver. Not a hero that we see much of anymore. And this is a Weaver game against Ballast Strike and Fire Blast, as well as a Spear if it hits, but definitely some free reign for a Weaver in this game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Vici, they go to the DK. And, you know, DK, pretty safe pick. A fallback pick for some. As they'll throw Ori on the DK, Eurus on the Monkey King, DY back on the Ogre Magi, PYW playing the Phoenix again, and as is Yang on the Mars. Safe Lane Weaver for Fly, Emo on the Lena, Ollie on the Silencer, Kaka back on the Rubik, JT back on the Centaur. So we'll see if Vici can bring this series even at 1. Got some pretty paper-thin heroes here for IG. Lockdown for Vici gets that much better with the Dragon Tail for the DK, which sometimes the DKs hold out on. But we'll see what the build will be here with Ori playing this DK over mid. So here we go, game 2 between these two teams. Vici and IG will be on it. We'll see if Vici can pull this one back. IG, I don't know. It's hard to have faith in this lineup. It's not just because I don't think the lineup's good. It's just with the lack of seeing Weaver these days. I don't know the last time I saw Weaver was. But we'll have to see what Fly can produce here on the Weaver and what they can get over towards bottom. JT and Ollie will lead the way. Only 2 heroes here for the side of Vici. They've left Ori over mid, and that's the difference. At least one that stands out pretty big from Vici is the fact that Paparazzi, or Eurus, won't be mid this time around.
30 seconds to battle.
It's a pretty good start from Yang in the previous game too, and that was up against that Faceless Void. I believe he had 1 or 2 kills over on the Void. It was a slow start for Fly, and more so came together when we saw Emo get, max on Exhort. Those Sunstrikes you could really feel. And then it was the positioning of not only the Chronospheres, but the ability to pull back that net worth differential and get back into the game there for the Faceless Void of Fly. So I'm happy and wondering what to see here for him on this Weaver in this game. So just read something in the chat that said IG has like 0 stun. They have Hoof Stomp, LSA, as well as the Telekinesis. I would hardly call that 0 stun. Sorry to call that out. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that is kind of far from the truth. But JT on the previous game with this Centaur, once he got that Blink Dagger, was very good at landing multi-hero hoof stomps, and that was one of the things that really helped IG not only stay in the game, but start to really pull ahead. Was his initiation with that Blink Dagger, getting on a couple of these heroes from the side of VG. So we'll see if he can make the magic here once again. I've got Kaka with JT, with Ollie making the rotation too. I don't have Telekinesis to work with. Kaka only sitting level 1, but Hoof Stomp as well as the Retaliate now with 11 stacks on it. PYW doesn't have Icarus Dive. There's the Hoof Stomp. Activates the Retaliate. They'll get the kill, and they'll get the +2 out on the Ollie. So easy does it there for IG, and that's with Ollie leaving Fly by himself. I know Fly was really struggling in the early parts of this laning phase, as well, we're still in the early parts, but he almost died and almost was that first blood in this bottom lane. This is certainly a tri-lane, if it stays together, that can be hyper aggressive. You've got Kaka, who level 2 should go into the Telekinesis. You'll have that with the Hoof Stomp as well as the Retaliate, but now he's got to get those stacks back. And then over mid, take a look over at Emo, sitting here 13-2 to Ori's 13-2. Sitting even. Really should be a pretty quiet laning phase here for Ori. He's got himself 2 into the Dragon Blood as well as 2 into the Breathe Fire to start it off. Doesn't go to the Dragon Tail, which is usually the case early on for these Dragonites. Unless a rotation comes from, say, the Rubik, where he'll take a value point into the Dragon Tail to try and, or not the Rubik, from the Ogre Magi, excuse me, to come over, get a stun out, and then follow it up potentially with the Dragon Tail to get the stun lock in. I was thinking the same sort of situation here for IG, where they can get Telekinesis with the LSA, get some damage out, especially Lina with a quicker 6. We'll also have that burst damage. Not certain that would be enough to get a kill there onto the DK, but it could be enough to get a kill elsewhere on one of these side lanes. top. JT hit with the God's Rebuke. Eurus coming top. Icarus dive through. Eurus looking for the Jingu proc. Nobody coming over to help out JT just yet, but finally a rotation from Eurus, or from Fly. That TP gets stopped immediately. They bring Yang over bottom. Okay, so that was just musical lanes going on. I was wondering why Eurus was up here. Makes the rotation. They'll send Mars bottom. That'll be up against now Kaka, Ali, and Fly. So they got the tri-lane activating towards bottom. Last word is out on the Yang. Can they get this kill? They should be able to do so. They commit all three heroes under the tower. Fly, he's got Shikuchi in just 2 seconds. And they'll get the +2 here as Ali gets the kill out on the Yang. So 2-0 for IG early on, and already +4 for this silencer. So continuing to move both these supports. Well, that's now the second time we've seen them act as a tri-lane to get a kill. So meanwhile, Yang sitting at 18-4. Compare that to the Centaur at 20-0. Pretty even thus far. Over mid, even as well. I mean, at least for the CS, it's pretty close.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fly, I feel as though he's been given quite a bit of space and opportunity in the early parts of this laning phase to really just enjoy his time bottom and continue to farm. Eurus, let's see if he can get out of this one. Balance strike hits with the Jingu proc. They'll get the Fire Blast coming out from DY. Should be a kill out on the JT. And that was with the Retaliate popped. So they try to get the kill there out on a Eurus. His Jingu procs, and then he gets a little bit of life back with it up at level 3. Has that bonus life steal available to him. And that's what keeps him alive, and that's ultimately what causes the death there of this Centaur. Played it well with the Mischief dodge. Take a look over at Emo. LSA comes in. DY moving forward with the Ignite hitting onto the Lina. The Bloodlust, they want to give chase. Ali not really doing much damage here to Ori. The Dragon Tail comes in. They've got the gap closed. They'll get the stun out from DY. They'll lose the Ogre. Another +2 coming in from Ali. And Ori still, at least for the moment, continuing to pressure this IG team behind the tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Shikuchi just needed one more shot. Trying to get that Jingu proc. Gets it with the Balance Strike. JT taking some damage once again. Rotating over is Emo. It won't matter though. Eurus just slaps him down. Early on, 1,000 net worth lead here for Vici. Spear locks up the Weaver. Gets into the Shikuchi beforehand. Doesn't actually have the time lapse available to him. Goes 1 into the Swarm, as well as 3 into the Shikuchi, 2 into the Geminate attack. So we're sitting here with 2 bracers and picks up a double damage. Still with the Elder Dragon form on cooldown. Ali, Arcane Curse, last word, through onto Eurus. They'll get the kill there onto the Silencer, and it's becoming a point where Eurus is in this lane with little fear. He's level 7, 2 levels ahead of JT. Anytime Ali comes over to the top lane, he's really just food for this one position. And the lane switch working out very favorable for Vici. The pressure's coming out on all 3 lanes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At least so far, Vici Having a great run to start this game and working towards getting into that game 3 to try and salvage the series. Kaka still sitting at level 4, the Ogre at level 5, the Phoenix a little further behind. Do use that Elder Dragon form off cooldown, have Bloodlust out onto the Dragon Knight. He's continuing to farm. JT towards top, he's just trying to get what he can for the moment, but look at this. I mean, Eurus, it's something that I've kind of neglected to talk about, but the net worth is 1,500 ahead of this Weaver. So Fly going into the Diffusal Blade. I'll look to get this outpost towards top, and that's to lock it down before the 10-minute mark. DUI now, hit with the hoof stomp, also with the Arcane Curse on him. Fly Swarm, they'll have the damage, they'll get the kill. Another +2 here for the Silencer. Balance Strike hits on a Fly, they'll get the Bounty Rune over. But the outpost now split one apiece as DUI was trying to take that opportunity away from IG.
Excellent.
So again, continuing to farm bottom. He's got that Soaring as well as the Arcane Ring. So mana not really an issue for him. Got the Keen Optic out onto the Lina as well as the Ocean Heart. But has the Faded Brooch, gives the Ocean Heart over to the Silencer, and is the Keen Optic going to stay on the Lina? Not for the moment. Keen Optic is in the backpack of the Silencer. And there it goes, getting sent back. So we'll see if somebody takes that. I would expect maybe the Rubik to take it. So 3,000 net worth lead right now for Vici as they smoke up. Ori coming towards top. Kaka hit with the Dragon Tail. DY coming in with the Fire Blast as well as the Ignite. They've got the Telekinesis out. It's not going to slam down on the DY. An easy kill there for Ori over top. And they really just walk past these towers with, well, no regret. Arena was used bottom. Didn't end up netting them a kill. I actually need to start to find some answers. Kaka now sitting level 6, so he can start to steal things, throw them back. We'll see if that's enough. They've got Global Silence available now on Ollie. Emo hitting that level 9 mark. Going with Tome and Knowledge to boost up that experience. Now hits that level 10 to take that extra damage. And trying to push in onto this tier 1 tower. JT with the 2-man hoof stomp coming through on both the Ogre as well as the Phoenix. They'll use the Stampede, but, I mean, this is JT losing his life. Vici make the full rotation over. It's the Stampede just to allow the rest of the team to leave. Meanwhile, Fly continuing to farm over towards top. Finally, Rubik does take that Keen Optic. Fly sitting pretty far away from this Diffusal Blade, and he's certainly not going to get active for quite some time. And that could potentially be game losing, it feels like, for IG. Blink Dragon Tail, as well as the Spear. Consecutive lockdown and just blow up Fly. Let me take a look over Made. Kaka, he's dead as well. And this is just Vici keeping their foot down on the pedal and pressuring IG all over the map. There's not really one spot that they feel too comfortable in. So just like the last time they were up against that Lina, Vici rolling over the game so far. It was a great choice in my eyes from Ori. Goes right into the Blink Dagger, has that gap closed to get a stun out. Now they'll look over towards mid. JT will be building into a Blink Dagger. Eurus, meanwhile, continuing to farm, going for the Manta style. I wouldn't be surprised to see them start to pinch this IG team over towards mid. And that's exactly what they're doing with UI coming over. The Global Silence gets popped by Ali, looking over at Ori. But here comes the Arena through. They've got the spear out onto the Silencer. And the Laguna Blade hits onto Ali. And they take out Emo.
I don't steal spells, Rubik.
Dire's middle tower is
Wait.
under attack.
That was wrong. Sorry. Laguna Blade gets thrown out. And they get the kill on to Ali, Kaka, and Emo. And we're at. So they take the mid tier 2.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle
Add that Arena down, make it easy for the rest of the team to come in. That's where the pinch came through. DY as well as Yang came through to lock down this IG team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Eurus. Fainting the Wukongs. Again and again. Telekinesis comes out onto Eurus, but now into the tree dance. Kaka comes down with the Primal Spring. They finally have the Diffusal Blade out on the Weaver.
Dire are scanning.
As they're clashing over towards top. They've got the Arena down. JT now with the Stampede. Is he out of this one? No. Primal Spring coming through. JT now into the trees. Jumping over with the Tree Dance is Eurus. They find JT. PYW ends up dead to Fly, but the Balance Strike comes in from Eurus to get the kill. So now the pressure of the tier 2 tower over towards top. They send back Yang.
Dire's top
Can they get the kill here on a Fly? They don't have a Blink Dagger to get the Arena down or get that initiation out.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We'll see if Fly starts to feel effective now that he's got this Diffusal Blade and working on that next item. Fly disconnects. We get a quick pause. Throw the items up here. Let's take a look at what everybody's got going for them right now. I took a look at that replay again. The Laguna Blade hits Mars. I swear I thought it hit that Rubik. I'm like, they're on the same team. How is that even possible? But it just did no damage to the Mars. JT coming over. DY helps out. As they're going to look to go in onto the Centaur once again. JT on the run. The Fire Blast hits. They'll get the Jinga to proc as well as the Balance Strike coming through. There's the Ignite. JT. No Stampede, but there's the Hoof Stomp. Icarus Dive from PYW. They should have this kill with ease. So 7,000 net worth lead. 13-5 here for Vici. Emo's got the Yules. Got Duke's Travel. Fire Spirit's available for Kaka.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fly? I'm not certain you want to go for this. Global Silence comes in, but yeah, okay. Interesting move there from Fly. knows he's got the lockdown. You gotta figure he's got some help. And they had an observer there, so I mean they had the vision to figure out who is with the Mars. Quad picked up for Eurus. Meanwhile, towards bottom, Yang and Ori are going to try and take this tier 1 towers. They've got this 8,000 net worth lead. Eurus now comes in with a balanced strike. One more shot will get the kill there on Akaka. And now he tree dances and Primal Springs down onto Ali. Jules comes out from Emo onto the Monkey King. Can they get the kill out onto Eurus? They've got the Supernova, and Eurus ends up dead. 6x3 going into the hands of Firefly, but they've got the Spear. They'll lose the Supernova. It looked like it was just about to go off. DY ends up dead. Now they'll look for Yang. This could be 4 for the side of IG. Blink, Dragon Tail from Ori doing some damage out onto the Lina. They've got the LSA. They'll get the kill there onto the Lina. And now JT, he's got the stun onto Yang. Fly looking to finish him off. He'll finally get the kill there onto the Mars. Now they look over at Ori. We've got 3 heroes to continue forward to try and take out this Dragon Knight. They've got him sold up with the Diffusal Blade coming out from Fly, as well as the Swarm being thrown forward. Last words out on Ori, but the rest of the team, I'm not certain they're going to commit to this, and it doesn't look like they will. So a very positive fight for IG. That might not be over. Clumsy Net, Arcane Curse, Telekinesis, the lockdown on Ori, as well as PYW. Oh boy, he is dead to Ali. He gets a double kill. He's sitting here plus 16 permanent intelligence stolen, and they also just destroy Eurus. Vici. We're watching game 1 again. One by one they go in, and one by one they lose their lives. And this is a repeat of what we saw in the first game, where Vici had this huge lead, and now all of a sudden IG pull it back. Hoofstomp comes in. Use a blade out on Yang. They've also got the Global Silence from Ali. How much intelligence is this guy going to get? Telekinesis through onto Yang. They're starting to TP over. They've got themselves the Fire Blast as well as the Ignite. Ali in trouble. He might end up dead, but there's the stuns coming through from both JT as well as Emo. They get the kill on Yang. And now, can Silencer even get out of this one? He chukes through the trees. One more shot. Gets a little bit north. And Fire Blast to finally finish him. $2,000 net worth lead. I mean, we got to look at the graph. Again, you just see the bottom dropping out. That's just about 7,500, 8,000 net worth of a lead here for Vici that has vanished into thin air. Fly into the BKB, second item. Lina next, Shadow Blade. Kaka coming over with Lina in tow. Blink, Dragon Tail coming out, as well as the Arena. They've locked up Emo. Can they get the kills here? They've got the stun out onto Yang, and now the Yules comes through. Eurus coming around from the back. They'll take out the Lina and get themselves the 1 kill.
Oh, I love this part.
So Battle Fury finished off for Eurus.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Got the scan
Radiant
through.
structures are fortified.
Eurus, comes down, and now Shikuchi over. The Diffusal Blade, Telekinesis. JT waiting on the hoof stop. They'll get the kill out onto this Monkey King. Oh boy. Another big kill there onto the MK. Meanwhile, Icarus dive over, but Kaka's got the tree dance again. They find Weaver, but the Global Silence should keep him alive. He's got the time lapse. disarm for the moment. As Ori's into the Heaven's Halberd. This game is fully even as Wi-Fi disconnects again and they get the pause out to stop this match once more. So, hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. We've got the finals up after this. The winner of this series takes on LGD. Fly back. We resume the game. Onward we go. Emo going into the BKB and then finishing off the Silver Edge. You want the Blink Dagger out for Kaka. He's got the gold for it. Maybe holding that gold to think for something else. I wonder if he's holding potentially for another option, say Ags? No, he buys that on the Blink Dagger. Alright, just, you know, get an extra 400 gold, padding it up. So he's not broke when he buys it. I make an assumption that maybe he'll go for something else, and then he makes me look foolish. This game is even. We take a look as BKB is coming out for the side of Vici now. They're building one on both Ori and the Eurus. We've got Yang with the Blink Dagger next as he went Vlad's into the pipe, and that's the difference from Yang from last game to this one. Is it was Vlad's blink, now it's Vlad's pipe blink, so that blink is a little bit further away, but he's been landing these arenas. The question is, can he keep up with it? And IG, they're going to evacuate from the pit. So now let's see if Vici can finish off the Aegis. They've got the Arcane Curse coming out from IG. And just the tree dancing from the Rubik. I don't know what it is about Rubik, but every skill he steals looks that much cooler. Jumps across the trees. Primal Spring down. Icarus Dive comes in as well as a bit more from the side of Vici trying to destroy the trees that Kaka went to. But back and forth he'll go into those trees by the Roche Pit and then back out. So just trying to get some vision here for the side of IG, potentially looking to initiate on this one. They've got Global Silence while both teams have everything available to them. We're blinking forward into the pit. Swarm on Roche. Continuing to stay here and posturing by the pit is Vici. We've got Fly continuing to farm up towards top. He's got this BKB ready at 10 seconds. He's also got a casual Javelin for now. We'll see if that's into the Maelstrom next, going maybe Mjolnir. But back and forth IG and Vici go. Tussling for the advantage here to go after this first Aegis of the game. Vici back off the pit a little bit. They still continue to hold JT inside the pit, waiting for maybe somebody to come over nearby that JT can make a jump on. The rest of the team is nearby, and JT with the spider legs. Ori comes through, but no commitment from either side, and with all this time being spent just kind of staying stationary for the side of IG, all of a sudden Vici, they farm their way to a 2,000 net worth lead, and they continue to posture towards the pit. And IG, they've stayed here as well. They smoke up. Let's see if they can make anything happen with this.
Regeneration.
So they've got the diffusal blade out onto PYW. The damage comes out, but from a distance as he got the Icarus dive away. The TP over DY. Blink from Ori. There's the Dragon Tail. They've got the dust from the low ground from DY. The Global Silence comes out from Ali. 5-5 forced to pop that BKB. We take a look over mid. Is getting away for now is JT. But there's the Primal Spring down onto the low ground as JT trying to make an escape through the trees with the spider legs. Has Blink Dagger in just 6 seconds. They won't be able to catch him. He doesn't actually have a TP to leave with.
Coin 3.
Now without the Global Silence, without the Stampede, Vici going to the pit. Swarm flies in, that'll spot them inside, and can they make anything happen? Well, they can't. Eurus free to take the Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. That should help.
So 18-14, Aegis into the hands of the Monkey King, who's now working on that Basher. You've got the Manta Style as well as the Battle Fury BKB finished here for Eurus. He sits atop the net worth, 2,000 gold ahead of the Lina going into the Silver Edge. And then next is the MKB, not the Maelstrom Mjolnir that I thought might be coming out. Towards top, they look over at Emo. He pops that BKB to try and leave. You're sticking with him. I don't think they want to give up the chase here. Try to stay on Emo, and now he's got the Yules. Doesn't hit the LSA to follow it up. The rest of the team not rotating fully over. Not certain they want to fight into the Aegis here on the Monkey King. That is still a BKB charge going down. This is the second one that's gone down defensively like that. The first one was from Fly where they get the 3 times multicast. Gets the time lapse off, but there's the balanced strike. Look, chase Fly trying to catch up to this Weaver. The blink as well as Dragon Tail. The multicast again for DY. And a kill there onto the Weaver for the side of Vici.
Just what I've been waiting for.
So finally a net worth lead again here for Vici. As they start to pressure through mid. Again, still holding on to his Aegis. We'll see what IG can do. They're without Fly for 40 seconds. He probably doesn't want to buy back on this. But he might have to. So Blink, Hoof Stomp lands on 2. Spider legs away from JT. They continue to take the melee racks.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
PYW bottom ends up dead to Emo. Now, back towards mid. Kaka killed off by Yang. So now they're without the Rubik.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was BKB used again there by Emo. So he's down to 8 seconds on that BKB. DK, his is at 10 still. And, well, yours is at 10 as well. Feels like he's had this one for quite a while. Blink, post stop, comes through with the Swarm. Diffusal used on a DY. They've got Yang coming over as well as Ori. Now they might be able to turn this on the side of IG. They get themselves the arena down. Emo gets the kill on a DY. Uses the Laguna Blade for that, but they've got the stun out on the Yang. Now he runs out of the arena. JT trying to do what he can with the hoof stomp coming out on Ori with the BKB being popped. Do they have the damage and does he have the health to stay alive? They'll get the kill here on the Emo. Now they look a little bit back towards Fly. Blink, time lapse, gets away. And starts to make some distance between him and the side of Vici. Primal Spring down, goes back into the tree dance, covering so much ground. And they're still looking for him. Balance strike will hit on the Ollie, stopping that TP. 2 shot to finish him off. Meanwhile, Kaka dead mid. Fly gets back to base. But certainly cost this team quite a bit. just to get that retreat. Have a buyback on Ali as well as Kaka. They'll go after the tier 3 tower over top. Vici essentially looking to finish this game off right here, right now. We've got 5 flies through with buyback. No buyback on the Lina. Dead for 34 seconds without it. We'll take the mid and top set of racks. Now Vici, will they get megas or will they go tier 4s? So this tier 2 still standing towards bottom. Stop them from getting mega creeps. Thought they might wrap right from the jungle over and then back up. But they back up all the way.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Surprised they really pulled off there. I finished off that MKB. We'll see if that ends up being enough here. Emo also gets the MKB. Ori needing the charge. Telekinesis comes out from Kaka. They've also got the Fable, but there's the Blink as well as the Spear. That lands out on a JT. Global Silence follows it up from Ollie. Do they have the damage to get the kill here onto this DK? BKB Arena comes out from Yang, holding back these IG heroes, but the BKB is popped by Emo. They get the kill on Ori. He buys back immediately with the stolen Arena coming through from Kaka. Will this be enough? Laguna Blade hits on the DY. They'll pop the Supernova. They get the kill there on the Emo. He's gone for 88 seconds without buyback. Now looking a little bit further down the lane. Ollie gets killed off by Eurus. Blink as well as the Hoof Stomp. Fly maybe looking to turn, but they've got Ori back into the fight with the Elder Dragon form. They'll get the kill here on the JT. 3 heroes gone on the side of IG, 2 of which don't have buyback. They buy back on the Centaur. Vici come back in. Blink, Hoof Stomp on the 2. Dragon Tail came out from Ori at the same time. They've got the Spear that hits onto the tier 4 tower. They've got him in Viz, but we'll see if that keeps JT alive. Telekinesis comes out and Yang slams him down, and now they've got themselves the Diffusal Blade. Can Fly do anything with this? He's in Viz for a moment. Balance Strike finally hits. Now they look over at the Weaver. Time-lapse used. Eurus trying to do as much damage as he can to finish off the game. They'll get the kill of the Centaur. He's dead for 90. No buyback. PYW on the back lines as he's getting hit with the shots of the Geminate attack from Fly. They've got the Arena down from both Kaka as well as Yang, but Fly goes down to Eurus. Now we'll leave the gem in the deck. They call GG as they don't have buyback on the Weaver. They'll finish off the full team wipe, getting the kill there on a Kaka, and Vici even the series up at 1 and trying to get the reverse sweep the way IG did to them just 2 days ago. So 29-19. Vici even the series up at 1, 12, 3, and 6 there for Eurus.